Hello everybody and welcome back to Screen Stars. I'm here today to review the action thriller 24 Hours to Live that stars Ethan Hawke, Rutger Hauer. It has Liam Cunningham in it, who you will recognise as Davos from Game of Thrones, and it has Zhang Zhu as Lin in the movie too. And this is a movie that I did a trailer reaction for a couple of months ago now, and I thought it was fairly bog standard stuff that I got from the trailer, but it did look fairly entertaining. So it's a movie I've wanted to see, and I have now. And I do have to say, even though the movie is highly unbelievable, pretty dumb, um, and a bit bonkers, it's actually quite an entertaining movie in a lot of ways. If it's one of those action movies where you got to turn your brain off and you'll get some enjoyment out of it. If you analyze it too much, you'll just give up and just think it's absolute rubbish. But what holds this movie together is a very strong central performance by Ethan Hawke, who fully commits to the role and gives a very good performance in the movie. And what this movie about basically is Ethan Hawke's character plays an assassin who works for like this private military company called Red Mountain. He is having a bit of a hiatus. He's spending time with his father-in-law, played by Rutger Hauer, and basically he's mourning the death of his wife and son, who died about a year previously. But he's asked to come back early, back to this military company, because they've got a target that they want him to assassinate. And this target is basically he's going to blow the whistle on this military company, and they don't want that to happen. So they offer to pay him 2 million a day to come back and take out this target, and he agrees. And while he gets the information that he needs as to where this target is located from an Interpol agent, he slips up basically, or goes soft, and he lets this Interpol agent live, even though he has the opportunity to kill her. And the opposite happens, the Interpol agent takes him out, and it looks curtains basically. It looks like he's dead, but he undergoes some bizarre medical procedure that brings him back from the dead. Basically, I know this is one of those moments you got to turn your brain off. And the side effects of this procedure is, and they brought him back from the dead because they need this information of where this target is located. But the side effect of this medical procedure is, even though they've brought you back from the dead, you've only got 24 hours to live before everything shuts down in your body. So that's where he's at basically. This military company turn against him, and he then decides to help out this Interpol agent to try and break down this big military company, but he's only got 24 hours to do it, so he's in a bit of a rush, I suppose you could say. And that's kind of the gist of the story here. It's nothing we haven't seen before. Many times in action movies. There's nothing original about this movie at all. However, like I say, it does have a very strong central performance by Ethan Hawke, and I did believe his performance. I thought he was actually very good in the movie. He did commit to the role. He's nicely backed up by Rutger Hauer, who's in it far too briefly for my liking, but he's quite good in the movie. Liam Cunningham plays the head of this Red Mountain military private company, and he plays the villain basically. And Zhang Zhu Lin is the Interpol agent who he teams up with. And like I say, this movie is fun. If you just sit down, like I say, turn your brain off and watch it, there's fun to be had with this movie. It's a well-made action movie. It does follow a lot of action tropes, you know. It's not shoddily edited though. It's not so much of the shaky cam stuff that's ruining action movies these days. It's quite slickly edited, and the action scenes are well done, especially the showdown at the end that Ethan Hawke has with this Red Mountain company. But throughout, I didn't have a problem with the action at all. The story is, there's nothing original about it. It doesn't make a lick of sense. This medical procedure rubbish, it kind of almost brings it down, really, because it's so unbelievable. You know, bringing people back from the dead, but what's the point? Because you've only got 24 hours to live. It's just like, doesn't make an awful lot of sense, really. So yeah, you could sit down and quite easily pick holes in this movie, very very easily. It can be done, but if you're just wanting like, an action movie to watch and enjoy, you could do far worse than this. Action movies aren't really meant to be, you know, works of art sort of thing. They're just meant to be entertaining, and this is an half decent entertaining action film. It's not going to win any awards. It's fairly forgettable, but it's a couple of hours of fun if you want to watch it.